I see this. 9 o'clock inside the factory. Uh,
Hello everyone, I'm Mark Hilly, welcome to ERC's 100% realistic performance tier. We are at Monza for, I think, 54 laps, something like that. So it should be a good one, and it's a nice amount of drivers on the grid tonight as well. So some quick drivers, some slower drivers, and some in-between drivers. Should be good. Qualifying. So I think, to be honest, I think everybody looks like we've got 16 at the moment. Whether we've got any late joiners or not, I don't know. We'll find out. I think everybody after last night will just be hoping that the Go Masters have done something to sort the lobbies out, because there was a lot of problems last night. I know of 4 races that were going on last night at 8 p.m. and every single one of the races had to be restarted. So clear issues going on. So first out on track then, looks like we've got a Merc, I think, was first out. Was it Bish? It was Bish. So Bish is going to be the one to set the sort of target time. We'll be getting some bankers in here, especially the top team should be comfortable with just doing bankers to be able to get through into Q2. I've just noticed we got today McLaren with somebody called Dale BRFC. I really hope that's Bristol Rovers Football Club. If it is, I expect he recognises the accent if he's listening. And he'll be pleased to know that I added the 2 Bristol teams, that's who I support as well. And he'll probably come back as, I don't know, it's somebody completely different. I can't think of any other BRs, to be honest. So, Bish is just just for Ascari now, so not long till he starts his first full lap. I don't know why McLaren said to me I'm making his life a bit easier by streaming. I'm not sure what that's about. But we've got a first person out to qualify, and EXO has retired. I can't see anywhere on track that he is. I think that's in the pits. So perhaps wanting to start from the back, maybe to avoid the possibility of first corner incidents, that horrendous chicane. I do hope the stream itself, by the way, runs well. It's I had to do a full hard reset earlier on. Oh, thanks, Bluntblade. EXO always retires. Fair enough. I take it he's been smashed up one too many times in the first corner. Always retires now. Bluntblade looking. McLaren says it means he doesn't have to do 100% by himself. Awesome. Still in the pits at the moment, it's McLaren. Seeing tonight, I can't quite tell. Alpha Tauri maybe, or an Alpine's one or the other, I think. Alpine, I think. So Bish starts us off with a 22.3, which would probably be good enough to get through to Q2. It's hard to judge. Is that Minden coming round? He's invalidated, unfortunately. We've got a Haas coming round. So Tiger Matt's on his way round to complete his first lap. The other Haas not far behind him, a Bird. So Tiger Matt across the line does a 22.7. That's pretty decent. Haas. Oh, I didn't quite get to Bird in time, but he's gone P3 on a 25.3. Who's this? This is Dave. Oh, this is a night lap. I've been watching that one. Aston Martin then, Curtis. A good race last night, Curtis, but he had invalidated there. So it's a 22.0, which would have put him P1, but unfortunately invalidated, so won't count. I think Cabby's just coming round. Yeah, I think must have invalidated. Oh, we've got yellows, 6 of 1 and 3. Looks like that might be a Haas getting out of someone's way, is it? Yeah, that's a Haas getting out of the way, as well as an AlphaTauri as well. All done nice and cleanly. All good, guys. Oh no, really? That's the way up to Adriano Merovic. I hope I've said that right. Inter's all race long, by the way. Oh wow. Oh well, it's part of it. We almost had that in the Monza lobby last night, but we ended up with about 6 laps at the end dry, 5 or 6 laps. So Abby gets completed a lap. It's just coming round. He's not invalidated, so it's all good at the moment. Some yellow flags out, but that's just somebody getting out of the way again, I think. Curtis has now gone fastest on the 22.341, just 100 of a second quicker than Bish. See what Abby manages. It's a little wide there out of the final corner, but it's not invalidated, and he's done a 22.6, puts him P5 at the moment. So first to 6th at the moment, so first to 7th, all covered by 4/10 of a second at the moment. Very, very close. Let's go to 6-footer at the moment. He's just ahead of Dave, so let's go to 6-footer then. Rainy Monza. It was a rainy one last night. Not too bad, to be fair. Had damage most of the race last night. It was made it difficult, but That'd be too. So 6-footer and 22.5. So we now have P2 to P9 covered by 4/10 of a second at the moment. Pretty impressive. Tiger Mat is stopped. It's one of those situations you ain't got a clues on a hot lap, so you just stick your car off the racing line. Alpine's definitely not on a hot lap. Tiger, you're alright. So, who's out and who's going again? Shaggy's into the pits. 6-footer looks like he might be going again. Only 23 thousandths of a second down on the first sector. So let's go with him. He goes. He's just through Ascari now. I didn't notice the sector 2 time, so we'll stick with him. Right, who's watching the stream that can tell me what the name of the final corner is, because it's completely escaped my mind and it's going to get on my nerves all race. Nobody tells me. Ah, he's coming to the pits. Right, there's a Merc. That must be rookie license. Ah, here we go. So this is rookie's first lap. He goes 22.6 into P8. Wow, this is close. Only Bish at the moment is quite a bit ahead, but that was on a second lap. So we'll go to McLaren, who is in the Williams and out on the medium tyres. So, well, I'd say it's a bit different, but if he gets, well, he will get through on the mediums. He doesn't need to set a lap because XO retired without setting a lap. So, just making sure he's got something on board, I suppose. Get his eye in, but if it's going to be a wet race, you're not going to need mediums for Q2, are you? So, makes sense. Where did I finish, Blade? It was I finished P8 in Alpine. So not too bad, to be honest. That's P8 for both the first 2 races of the season. I've already completed my contract with Target, so that's out of the way. I can send it now for the rest of the next 3 races. Dave and Minden then, the 2 Ferraris are on track. Dave clearly going slow there. Minden's only just set his time and he slowed down for the next lap, so let's go to Dave. See, everybody's through, so usually it sort of getting later parts of Q1 we'd be starting to look at the drivers that were maybe in a bit of trouble, but nobody in that situation. As all Gold and Jeremy have noticed, that's why they've retired out. Moment, I was about to say, is Mo Sullivan off the line, 37.6 will take him through. McLaren's back out the pits on an out lap. He does need to complete a lap, otherwise XO will be ahead of him. Maybe he's just realised that by going into the pits, that's why he's had to come out again. So Dave, coming up to the end of sector 1, is half a tenth up. Just something to watch. Sector 3 yellow. The only car in sector 3 is, well, when the yellow came out, was the Mercedes, and the yellow flag's just following them round, which makes me think he's probably run out of fuel. License, I think he's run out of fuel, and that's usually why the yellow flag would follow him around the track. Through Ascari for Dave. Uses all the track very nicely. All look tidy. I think he's going to go a bit quicker here. So comes into, oh, still can't remember it. It's actually changed its name, so I'll look it up in a minute. Since retired from the session, Dave doesn't cross the line, so Sullivan still out on track. McLaren should be coming around to the main lap. He's still on those mediums. So I think he probably just didn't realise that he needed to complete a lap last time. So just come out again. Retirement now. Pretty just over 5. You can never quite tell with the Q1 times because they, you know, it's more about putting a banker lap in than really levering it around the track. So Aaron comes out of the final corner and crosses the line on a 23.3 on the medium tyres and the Williams, which is a respectful lap there. It's in P14 and through to Q2. Anybody out on track? Mo's just going into the pits. Might as well go back to McLaren then because he's still the only person out on track. Oh, 6-footer's gone out on night lap for some reason. Must want some extra practice. Now the names are starting to come up. Retired from the session, retired from the session. So looks like McLaren put all his eggs in one basket there and only fueled to be able to do the one lap. He did complete it, so no worries there. So 6-footer, as I say, is out on track. I don't know, he must just want a little bit extra practice. As ride out of Ascari. Yeah, I think Adriano's told us a bit further up it's going to be Inter's all race long. Not quite sure how you tell that. I guess that's how the picture is. Yeah, well done rookie, through in P2. Whatever reason is out on track, so actually he is going to go on for a lap, okay. So we'll keep an eye on him, see if he can go any quicker on the medium tyres. Currently on the 22.4, so I'm sure he's set on the softs, so he's just taking a look to see what he can do. Get his eye in a bit and see what he can get out of that Alpha Tauri. Maybe he's amended his wings slightly or something like that. Wants to test them. Just under 2 temps down at the moment. But it's no real shock having to switch to the mediums. Quite a bit slower. Not sort of massively slower, but quite a bit slower than the softs around here. He's just getting practicing. Rookie is eat. Fair enough. Hey Ghost Rider. Ain't you supposed to be racing elsewhere, are you? No. I don't know what strategy it might be on 100. So 50% race is medium. You from doing that? Is this any different on 100%? I'm not entirely sure. I know if you do my team or career mode or whatever, Um, for the AI, it's a mixture. Some do 2 stops, some do 1. Let's just see. 6 footer can manage any better. He was 6 tenths down on that last lap, so. But as Ricky Lysis has told us, he's in a party with him at the moment. He has just gone out to get a little bit of practice in, which he's completely allowed to do. Just because he could retire doesn't mean he has to. No reason he can't go out and get some practice in. Right. Is that in Tier 4, Ghost Rider? Is that the one you're in? In another league, that'd be. It's, yeah. Cool. Done pretty well tonight, really. I'm commentating on a 100% race. Managed to organise Tier 4, which I think you got 15 in. And sorted out a League versus League race as well. We're all starting at 8 o'clock. It's not too bad. Quite proud of myself in a way. Anyway then, Bish is through in as fastest in Q1 on a 21.6, so substantially faster than the rest. But looking at this, it's P2, once again I'll say it, P2 to P12 are covered by 5 tenths of a second, just over. Jeremy. But here we go then into start seeing drivers eliminated. We did lose one driver there, ERC in the pits without centre time, which I'm told he generally does in a way. Perhaps it's because he's so busy with it all during the day, he gets in now and he retires early while there's full quality so he can help and have a bite to eat maybe. Might be why. So, who's going to act first then? In this one we do want the don't actually, do we? Because qualify on. Actually, we will have it up. So then, I think it's a Mercedes 8. No, it's not, is it? It's an Alpine. It's the Alpine and Mo Sullivan, who's out on the mediums. Look, so we'll see what sort of time he can, what sort of benchmark he can set on medium tyres in an Alpine. So we've been told it's going to be a full wet race, but I don't know whether the settings are on perfect forecast or predicted or whatever the big one is. Slightly and they actually could start on a slick tyre. Oh, Mo Sullivan's gotten out of the way of an Aston Martin, so he's no longer the first on track. Where's the Aston? Is that Shaggy? It is. I've just remembered the name of the final corner is Parabolica. Just suddenly comes to my head. Didn't even have to Google it. But as I say, it has been changed. I think they'll be using a new name this season, which is the name of some old Italian racing driver. Like the 50s or 60s or something. So, let's see then. Sorry about the coughing in the background. That's my father, who's in the same room as me watching the telly, so... I hope it didn't put anybody off if any of the drivers are out on track at the moment. Let's see what Shaggy do then. So he's through, just going through. He's giving a nice toe to that Alpine. Mo, wasn't it, on the mediums? So that might help Mo. Q's alright for, Q from Cody's, they're alright for qualifying. It's a pretty useless one for the race though. So into Parabolica for the first lap of Q2. And Shaggy comes across the line. He sets a 22.4. And then Mo comes across the line with a 23.0 on the mediums. A nice toe all the way round. Jeremy's now gone fastest on a 22.1. Abby is coming across the line in the Red Bull. He goes 23.2. Who else was that? That was Bish, who's gone fastest. Oh my word, they're all coming across the line at the same time. Curtis next. He's invalidated actually, so let's go to the Ferraris. Minden 22.4 goes P4. And Dave, can I get him in time? Just. Oh no, he must do. I think he was on an outlap actually, Dave, so we may as well stay with him. Set to 1 and. Oh, is that Ascari? Is that somebody letting somebody through in Ascari? That's probably not the greatest place. It's the 2 Haas in a way. Bird's on an outlap. Tiger Matt's on an outlap. McLaren isn't. It was invalidated, so I think maybe he was letting the 2 Haas through, not realising they were on outlaps in a way. Let's go to Shaggy. No, he's not carried on. Into the pits goes Jeremy. The Red Bull's gone through again. That's Abby. He's gone up to P3 now. He's taken 7.5 attempts off his previous times. Decent, very decent improvement. Rookie license goes into P2 in the other Merc. Can Tiger, Matt or Bird get a Haas through into Q3? As Dave comes across the line in a Ferrari, 22.0. Puts him into P3. There's AlphaTauri coming across the line. I'm not going to get to him in time. 6 footer, I believe, 22.1. Take it the other Ferrari's gone into the garage in a way. Oh no, he crossed the line. He's perhaps doing another lap now. Anyway, the Haas are getting close to finishing their laps, so Bird, I think one of the Haas have backed out, so Tiger Matt's backed out. Bird then. So I wonder if they're actually trying to give each other a tow to give themselves a chance, but that's a 24.3 from Bird, which sees him in P12 as it stands. McLaren's just come across the line and done 22.2 in the Williams. That's a decent lap. Yeah, Tiger Matt on 24.3. So, sorry, 34.0 I meant. Clearly backed out of it. As I said, it might have been giving each other. It might have been that he was giving Bird a toes to give him a chance of trying to get through. Very difficult on a track like this, and a Haas all about sheer power, really. And if there's one thing Haas lacks, it is power. Not only did they make a bad car, Ferrari made a terrible engine last season, so. Go. This McLaren getting out of the way. So Tiger Matt 6.7 up at the moment. I would see him on a 26.3, but obviously he was slow for the final sector, so plenty of room for improvement yet. He needs to find 2 seconds in this to actually meet match. So at the moment, All Gold and Dale not set a lap. Minden ever so slightly quicker at the moment. So let's just see comes through Les Moss, although he looks slow out of Les Moss 2 and isn't accelerating fully, so that's clearly been abandoned. 6 footer not improving. I think everybody's diving into the pits, probably getting set for their final attempt at getting through. So in trouble at the moment, we've got Mo Sullivan, ERC Bird, Tiger Matt, All Gold and Dale. Dale's now an outlap in the McLaren, so he'll be hoping to get the McLaren through to Q3. Regular. Well, Lando Norris was regularly seen in Q3 last season. Daniel Ricciardo was a bit later on in the season when he got used to the car a bit, to be fair to him. Times, but intermediate to get the most out of. So Abbey just starting another lap. He's in P9 at the moment, so a little bit of trouble. Sector 1 yellow. That is just the Alpha Tauri, which he's coming up to now, I believe, just getting out of the way. So Abbey is 6 thousandths up in the first sector. Comes into Lesmos. Comes round. So important to get on the power early out of this one and take the pace, speed all the way up the straight. Looking to DRS under the bridge now. Into Ascari, and now he's 4.5 temps up. This is more like it. So now he's going to be close to a 21. At least close to it, if not better than 21. So puts in front of the Haas and into Parabolica. Rookie license retired in the pits, so feels this time's good enough. Abbey goes into P2 then on a 21.6. Very nice improvement for from Abbey on that one. Oh, Mo's gone into P3. So that's got him out of trouble. That's in the Alpine as well. Nicely done. Dale has gone up to P6 in the McLaren. Got Curtis on a lap. He's a quarter of a second up in Sector 2. This is in the Aston. Oops, somebody else just went up. I didn't see who that was. McLaren in the trouble spot. He's on a lap as well, so we'll perhaps move to him in a second. So Curtis across the line in the Aston goes P2. Job. So that means that McLaren is currently out, but a 10th up. Which at the moment would be enough to see him into P10, but can he... It was only the first sector, wasn't it? So can he get a bit more through the rest? That's the end of Sector 2 now, and he's 3 temps up now. So he's looking like taking... Through Ascari on nicely, neat and tidy. And Parabolica to the inside, shortest distance to the line, and goes P4 in a Williams. That's a fantastic job. Who else then? Tiger Matt at some points up to 12th. He's a 10th and a half down at the end of Sector 2, and he's invalidated actually. Was that a car? Did I just spot a car off the road then? We did. Maybe. No, that's McLaren. That wasn't the car I was thinking of. Oh well, never mind. Bird slowed right down on his lap. All gold. 10th down in sector 1. Let's see if we can make anything up in sector 2. The Alpine. Teammate at the moment up in P5. Doing a rather better job than is expected. God opens up the ERS. 6-footer's now retired from the session. And now Shaggy has as well. All in the pits, so no issues there. Gold nicely through Ascari, so he's got enough energy to do another lap if he so wishes. I don't know if he's got the fuel though. He comes across the line and goes P12. 122.2. Everybody else on a lap at the moment. Bird's into the pits. Minden, I think, might be on a lap. Just finished sector 2, just missed the slip time. So one Ferrari at the moment in 14th. This is Minden going through Parabolica now. See if he can do anything about that. But if he was to get into the top 10, he would knock his teammate out. So Minden goes P11. So that's one Ferrari P10. One Ferrari's a P10 and 11. Is anybody else? Jeremy slowed right down there. All gold looks like he's carrying on. So let's. He will be next to. So it looks like Jeremy is. Two. Clearly just getting himself round. So that is then the end of Q2. So through safely, we've got Bish is fastest again in Q2. Curtis P2. Abby's in P3. McLaren through in P4. Good job in the Williams, and Mo as well in the Alpine. P5. 6-footer P6. Rookies through in 7th. Shaggy in P8. Dale in our only McLaren for this evening in P9. And ERC Dave just gets through in the Ferrari in P10. Again, not really. It's hard to say this about Monza, but not really a Ferrari track with the very poor engine they had last year. Minden, Jeremy, all gold, Tiger, Matt and Bird all leave us at the end of Q2 in that order. So Minden in 11th, Jeremy 12th, all gold for 13th, Tiger, Matt and Bird 14th and 15th. Be a case of seeing what those guys can do in the race. They'll know, even in the Haas, there's the most important thing with being a Haas is get your car to the end, because you just don't know what's going to happen during a race. People have instances, little spins and wings and all that sort of thing. If you can get through the race cleanly, you've got every chance of still picking up some points. So the end of Q2, so we'll be going into top 10 shootout. At the moment, you've got to say Bish's favourite for the pole position, by the fact that he's been fastest in Q1 and Q2. But some impressive times there to get the cars through, namely Curtis in the Aston, McLaren in the Williams, and Mo in the Alpine with highly impressive times. So be interesting to see what they can actually do, and Shaggy as well in the other Aston, to be fair. Yeah, so we'll see what they can do come the final shootout. Still dry. Excellent, so it looks like it's a full dry quali, but a wet race. One thing I did notice last night on the 50% race, because as I said, we were running around for well, 3/4, probably 4/5 of the race on intermediates. The intermediates do not last around Monza like they do at other tracks, so there's no... You can rule out the idea that anybody will start on a set of intermediates and take them right to the end of the race. It's not possible here. And there is some rain. There is rain in the air, just noticed it, so it's going to be a case of the earlier you are across the line, the more advantage you got. So if you're still sat in the pits, you want to get out, because there is rain in the air. So one of the Aston Martins, I think it was Shaggy, so no, it's not Shaggy, it must be Curtis. We'll ride with him because he will be first. Let's see what sort of time he can put down. Could he pinch a pole position by being the quicker, the first out on track? It's possible. Let's get the butters up and everything. That's all we need. Take them off. So well, I thought it was first. He must have let Abby through, I think. So let's switch to Abby. So 8 of the 10 cars are out on track now. Make that 9. It's only the McLaren which is still sat in the pits of Dale. Whether he's noticed it's raining or not. He looks like he's moving now, so I think he's on his way out of the pits. Harry into Lesmos. Oh, the Aston suddenly went to the inside, but recovered that, so still going. Let's see what Ascari's like. Might give us an idea of how wet it's getting. So it doesn't look like it's raining particularly hard. It just looks like light rain at the moment. So that still looked pretty grippy, to be fair. So McLaren, now I thought I got it wrong on who was first out on track. McLaren has gone fastest, 24.4. Mo Sullivan now 23.8. Rookie license 24.5 goes P3. Abby is now going to cross the line. He's 25.1, while Curtis does 24.1. So AlphaTauri, I think 6-footer will be next, followed by Shaggy. Let's go to 6-footer. 6-footer towards the AlphaTauri in P3. Shaggy into P6 in the Aston. And Dave has now started the lap. Whether these guys are fueled, let's have a look. Who was first again? It was McLaren, wasn't it? No, he's way down. It could be that this is it. Oh, Abby's 3 temps up actually in sector 1. Stick with Abby for now then. See if we can improve. He's now half a second up. So 24.6 would see him, he'd still be 7, but assuming he can maybe gain a bit more in the final sector, probably dependent on Parabolica. Comes round, exits Parabolica, all look pretty decent, and he improves only by the 2 temps in the end, so he stays P7, and that could well be a sign of the track getting wetter and wetter. Bish had to pit and is now back on an outlap. It could ruin his chances, really, a pole. Got a... Oh, and Dave's invalidated. Let's go to Dale. Dave's coming to the pits. And after these guys missed their chance, Dale goes 25.4 in the McLaren. It's getting slower, isn't it? I think we can watch Bish, but I think he's missed his opportunity. And we may well see an Alpine on pole position at Monza. Just see what Bish can do. So this is an out lap. Just check if we'll be carried on. And, driving slowly through there. The other one's Abby, who's not on his attempt. See if he can actually get the car up. It's not really anymore about worrying about getting pole. It's just seeing if you can force the car up the grid a little bit. I think the track's way too wet now. I don't know. It just looks like he can't get any real power into it. There's almost there. There's two. He's well wide on the exit. That's trying to get on the power, and that's invalidated. Dave's back out on an out lap. Go back to Bish and just see what he would have done. Well, he's obviously would have turned his power off now as well. But it could well be that Dave and Bish are just fighting to see who gets 9th place now. I do think that Dale in the McLaren doing 25.4 is half a second off of the next car ahead, which is a Red Bull of Abbey, which showed real pace in Q2. I think those two being where they are in those cars is our sign of the track being too wet. It looks like Abbey's come back out. So stick to Bish and see if he can get through this one. And that was 2. That's where he invalidated last time, but he's not done it this time, so all good there. Still think they're probably only fighting for P9 here. In fact, they're definitely only fighting for P9. Looks like they're about 2 seconds below where they should be. It's sector 2, so in these conditions, Ascari's not going to be your friend, is it? So going down towards Parabolica, nicely into the curb. Got to be careful on the exit, he's slippery in the dry air. But keeps it nicely on track, and we'll cross the line on a 1:29.6. So, I mean, in fact, that time is starting to show that we're getting towards where you'd be putting intermediates on in the race. So, let's see if Dave's in the same boat. He comes into Parabolica onto the main straight, and he will go 1:28.3 and takes the P9 off of Bish. Substantial amount, actually. That's quite a difference. Now is Bish going again? He is. He's quarter of a second up in sector 1. He's got enough fuel. His fuel light's not flashing, so he's got enough. Overall, over the whole lap, he needs to basically improve by 1.4 seconds to gain the place. What a shame for him after being P1 in Q1 and Q2 to find himself having to make drastic improvements just to get from P10 to P9. There's 6 attempts up at the end of sector 2. Seems like surely it's going to be a bit much to ask. And sector 3 is effectively Ascari a straight, followed by Parabolica. It's not a massive time gaining sector. He does go 1.3 quicker though. He does pinch P9 off of Dave. Dave was going quicker, but he slowed right down. I think he's had a moment at Ascari. Oh, he's run out of fuel. He's definitely run out of fuel because yellow flags are following him around the circuit. So I think that's going to be the end of Q3. Mo Sullivan's come out on an outlap. Is he on intermediates? He is. I don't blame him. It is a chance for anyone that can get out there on a set of intermediates just to do a little practice lap, as that's the sort of weather you're going to be looking at for the race. So it's not a bad idea. Perhaps ride on board a second with Mo, and we can get an idea of what the track's like. There's the race control. DRS is now disabled as well. Which is kind of like the game's way of telling you that it's time to switch to intermediate tyre. So Mo just about got across the line, so we can get another full lap in. Bish comes across the line, 5.7 down on that one, but finishes his qualifying. So it's just Mo now. Everybody's retired or finished across the line. So Mo's gonna get his practice lap in. Just can't blame him. Practice in. Why on earth not? So it's all let's just do the rundown now, get that out of the way. So Mo in the Alpine is pole with a 23.8, Curtis P2 24.1, 6-footer in P3 with 24.2. Then we've got McLaren in P4 in the Williams, rookie license P5, Shaggy in P6, Abby starting in P7, Dale running McLaren in P8, Bish in P9, and Dave in P10. Bish versus Dave battle for P9 was probably the most exciting part of that qualifying session, if I'm honest, but it's just the way it is. We're about getting out on track early, timing. So there's the confirmation of that result. Do that of the championship so far. The standings and everything will be obviously the same as what the results were in the first race, but regardless of that, let's bring up just on a message to say we got 9 o'clock. So see, I'm using Lightstream, trying to get the driver standings up for you on Lightstream doing this, but I use my phone to do it, and you got to freshen every time you change the screen. Anyway, you should now be seeing the driver standings on your screen. So as you can see, Dave won our first race in Japan for Ferrari. Franks, who was a reserve that night, actually came P2. Rookie license was P3. Scartrix P4. Exo P5. Parker, Shaggy, Rubber Duck, who's not with us tonight. Hedgester, who was a reserve that night, not racing again tonight though. All gold then in P10. Driver SA had to pull out late, unfortunately, tonight. Bish there down P12. I see Bish, Abbey, Jake Watsit, and Dale and Bird didn't finish the first race, so they were DNFs. Let's just have a quick look as well at the constructors. When Lightstream allows me to switch. Here we go. So, oh come on, Lightstream. There you go. You should now have the constructors. So this is the bit that confuses me, and somebody's going to have to explain it a little bit, I think. We currently have Tier 4 is first, Tier 2 is second, Tier 1 is third, Tier 5 is fourth, Tier 3 is fifth. Please don't ask me what all that means, because I don't know. I can see Tier 4 had Ferrari in it. I'm guessing these are tiers that the cars have been placed into. So I'm guessing Tier 5 is Mercedes and Red Bull. Tier 4 will be Ferrari, McLaren, probably Aston and AlphaTauri. I don't know, actually. I'm guessing. I'm completely guessing. It's a waste of time me guessing. So, yes, they are. There are our constructors as well. So there is 4 minutes left of a break. I'm just gonna go and get myself a coffee, so that I hopefully don't fall asleep during the race. And I'll be back with you shortly. See you in a bit. Okay, welcome back everyone. Don't worry, we've not missed anything. They've literally just started the formation lap, so no issues there. But, let's get a few details up to help me through the race. Good position changes at the start helps you seeing what's going on. So an Alpine on pole. Followed by an Aston. Wouldn't that be a great thing to see in real life? A couple of disqualifications. Dale and Bish have been disqualified. Not an issue. They will be at the starts. Back on at the starts for us. Yeah, it just looks like Gold's fallen back a little bit. No, he's behind the two halves. I'm not too sure what's going on there. They seem pretty stationary, those guys, for a moment, but they're back up and going. So, coming round through Ascari, so not long now. I wonder who your money would be on in this race. Curtis. We know Curtis is very fast, we know McLaren's very fast, but they are in an Aston and they will, so will that stop them from taking victory. Mo took pole, so he's got to be in some sort of shouts for the victory as well, despite the Alpine. So 6-footer stuck in the middle of all that with an AlphaTauri, so he's got a more powerful car. Rookie license in the highest of the big cars in P5 in the Merc. So I don't know, the conditions like this, it can be quite difficult to overtake with no DRS. So 53 laps of Monza to come, starting up on the grid. Hopefully Cody's will give me a decent angle. Stops, it looks like a one stop, but there's a possibility of two. That may well depend a little bit on the safety cars and things like that. It doesn't look like Cody's is going to get... Oh, there we go, that's better. So Mo gets off the line well. Curtis seemed to bog down a little bit, and he's coming under attack from both the Ferrari and the Williams of the AlphaTauri and the Williams. So McLaren is already into P2 in the Williams, and will be looking to put pressure on Mo Sullivan straight away. Curtis did hold off 6-footer. So there's a few changes down towards the back, but looking at it, I think everybody's gotten away cleanly. Don't see any obvious problems. Dale's just gotten ahead of 6-footer. That's going in just well, he seems to get ahead just on the approach to the second chicane, so he's made a good move. He's at 4 places already, Dale. It's a brilliant start to the race. We've got McLaren just now the power of the Alpine over the Williams is starting to show a little bit. Curtis already 1.1 behind this. So we've got a yellow and so it's one of the Haas. It's Bird, I think. He's going again, no, he's not out. He is going again. Maybe just a bit of a spin or a trip over the gravel or something like that. If it was over the gravel, be careful with 8 tyres, Birdie. Dave at the moment right on the back of Shaggy. Let's go with this one. Dave, what will be the outside of Parabolica? He's got the move done before we reach Parabolica, so into P9. Well, P8 and P9 now, the two Ferraris. Already both made a place up. 2 places up actually, haven't they? Each. Well, Minan's up 3, Dave's up 1, but you know what I mean. Closest battling going on here, but Bish has just gotten ahead of 6-footer into turn 1 and 2. somebody falling down. I think Shaggy's falling down the order. I think maybe he's had a trip off the track and has had to wait for people to get through so they could rejoin. Abby's suddenly down at the back as well, so I'm not entirely sure what happened to him. Whether it was him and Shaggy that had a moment together, perhaps that's what was put them both back down there, I don't know. At the moment, who's our closest at the moment? There's a couple of close ones. Exo's on the back of All Gold. Obviously no DRS. Shaggy's pretty close to the back of Exo as well. This is a battle for P12. And then the next car up the road from this is the Haas of Tiger Matt, who's had a decent start. He's up 3 places to P11 already. 2 guys up 4 places are Dale in the McLaren and Bish in the Merc. So there's 32.9 on that 2, and Exo is round at Parabolica. He's off the track, so he recovers and just joins back just behind Abby at the back. Doesn't look like he's sustained any damage. Oh, who was that? All Gold is out. Bird has spun round as well. Looks like that's on the exit of Parabolica. So we've lost one of the Alpines. There. While this is going on, rookie license now is caught up very close to the back of 6-footer. And to get that Merc power past the AlphaTauri. Decent car last season, the AlphaTauri. And not going to be easy to say these conditions, no DRS. You're relying on really on getting a good tow and using your energy. Ricky has barely touched his energy so far. Braking for that corner is putting back up to 100%, so not using any here. 6-footer, yeah, 6-footers having to use it to defend. That probably shows the difference in power between the 2 cars. Is he going to go on the attack now, Rookie? A bit too far back to get anything done at turn 1. Mo Sullivan out in the lead, by the way. He's pulled out 2.4 seconds already, which is impressive. Easily our closest battle at the moment. Sort of going between 3 and 5 tenths behind 6-footer. There's a little bit of an oversteering moment out of the second chicane. I expect we'll see that a lot, especially when you're running behind another car and you're losing a bit of downforce because of the dirty air. So he has dropped back a bit now. It's nearly a full second now. Just having a look, Exo's got up into P14, so he's back ahead of Bird. Oh yes, of course he is, because Bird had a moment at Parabolica, didn't he? So I don't know if Bird... Well, he's not sustained any damage, so I can only assume he didn't hit it All Gold. Maybe he spun trying to avoid him or something like that. But, not entirely sure. Bish sets the fastest lap of the race so far on a 32.8. I would imagine as we go through it, as long as the weather stays the same going through the race, that the lower fuel loads later in the race, that should come down quite significantly, I would imagine. Expecting a 1-stop pretty much from everyone, unless a safety car interferes with it at some point. Still sticking with this, so I think... Yeah, Dale's just lost a place to Bish. was so worried about what was going on elsewhere on the track, I didn't even notice that Bish had overtaken 6-footer then. Let's have a look at Jeremy. He's riding pretty close to the back of the Ferrari at the moment. Jeremy and the other AlphaTauri. Doing pretty well, AlphaTauri so far. P6 and P10. Decent scoring positions. Jeremy's just fallen back a little bit. Dave's actually caught slightly up to the back of his teammate here. I don't know if Ferrari might have any team orders going on. Dave is obviously our winner from the first race. Let's see if there is any. It's not happening just yet. I suppose he needs to be closer than 1.1 seconds behind. If he gets to really sort of close to the 0.4 or something like that, then we might see some team orders, but not at the moment. Jeremy is actually catching back up to the back of Dave now. Let's go down to Exo. He's right on the back of Abby. Just going through the second chicane now. Looks like Exo's come out of that chicane pretty well. If we can get through Lesmos 1 and 2 well as well, then chance will be on the straight. Although, of course, he's an Alfa Romeo, isn't he? It's going to be... You'd think it's going to be almost impossible for him to pass a Red Bull in a straight line using the Ferrari engine and the Alfa Romeo. As Mo Sullivan once again goes fastest. Now Bish has taken that straight back off him. Bish is getting onto the back of Curtis now, so I think that's going to be our next proper battle. So it's hard to see Exo how he's going to go about this. He's saving his energy, but Abios is what everybody, I think, pretty much saving their energy. Go to Bish then as he hunts down the Aston Martin of Curtis. Let's ride on board with him for a little bit, see if we can spot this gap coming down. Also gives you a better idea of what the track's really like. It was quite wide out of Lesmos 1. Not too bad on through the second one, was maybe a little bit cautious. Using his energy now. Is Curtis using it as well? Yep. Both using their energy. Into Ascari. Ascari, the corner on Monza. It's series of corners on Monza, really, Ascari, isn't it? Sort of catches people out. It's where you see most people spin and have issues. But so far tonight, I don't think anyone spun there as yet. Probably just cursed someone, but is anybody? Yeah, I think it's just a bit too far back. There, so it pulls out of that, and there's the two Ferraris switching positions. It finally happened. I did notice Dave got to about half a second behind. But something's happened there, and it's allowed Jeremy to split them. So, if Minden has slowed to let Dave through, it's cost him an extra position, and it could cost him another one yet, you know. There's a Haas right on the back of him, really challenging him. To the second chicane, and Minden's not got a good exit. Nobody else really winning the Haas here. Go on, Tiger Matt. I can't imagine there's a person. Oh, they have a little bit of contact. That wouldn't have been enough to cause any damage or anything. So, both got plenty of energy. Ferrari, one of the cars that the Haas probably can keep up with because they got the same engine. Mindham got a good exit there, to be fair to him. Not even having to use the energy this time. I think Tiger Match, yeah, he's just going to run out of tarmac there. To Parabolica, so he's looks like Mindham's just got himself back under control a little bit, but he has dropped back after letting his teammate through. He's fallen nearly 4 seconds behind him. It's clearly an issue. I don't know, they might have had a bit of contact since turn 1. I'm not entirely sure on that though. As Bish still looking to reel in Curtis. He's right on the back ring now, so it's just so hard through the second chicane and then in the 2 Lesmos to stay. You need to be staying as close to the gearbox as possible. Obviously you're in the dirty air then. So you're just too far back now to make a move, so Curtis is aware of that, so he's not using any energy either. And oh, Tiger Matt has gotten ahead of Mindon. Out of second Nesmos, so I can only assume that Mindon's just had a little bit of a moment out of second Nesmos and has allowed Tiger Matt and the Haas to get into the top 10. Superb job. The other Haas of Bird at the moment is running in P15. Mindon is straight back having a go at him now. Let's see. Oh, and Tiger gets out of shape out of Parabolica. Oh, where's he gone? There it is. And so Mindon gets the place back, although the Haas is going to attack into turn 1. No contact, I don't think. And the Haas gets back through. Good job, Tiger Matt. And good job, both of you. Good racing. It looks like now Mindon said, yeah, I think you got that one done, to be fair, pal. Jeremy now right on the back. Something's happened at the front. Bish. Oh, Red Bull's round. Abby's round. Out of the first chicane. Red Bull drops to the back, promoting all those behind him up the place. But yeah, something's happened there with Bish because the McLaren has gotten ahead of him. Dale, so I think Bish has maybe had a little look at Curtis and has come off worse for it. But he's bunched everybody up as well. Look at 6-footer and rookie license now. Right on the back of this. As the McLaren goes defensive to the inside, then seems to come back across the racing line. I'm not sure that's yeah. I mean, I wouldn't really call that 2 moves as such. So I think that's probably illegal. He's gone to the inside to defend. The car isn't alongside, so he's allowed to retake the racing line. Bish is looking pretty pacey and putting one of McLaren is all over the place out of the second chicane. That's going to allow Bish, let's go on board with Bish because that's going to allow him to stay close to him. Just 2 now, and McLaren goes wide. Bish hasn't turned his energy on. I'm surprised there. As soon as I saw the McLaren go wide, I thought he'd shove that energy on. I think Abby has retired in the pits. I'm afraid that never impresses me when people retire in the pits. On lap 11 out of 53, you got more than enough time. where it seems to happen. Let's go back to the, let's see, the trailer cars. If it's dry weather, we'll be calling this a DRS train, but none of that in the wet. But Bush can have a look into turn 1, or is he maybe going to think better of it? He thinks better of it in the end. He could easily have been seeing that gap closed because he wasn't alongside. See, this is where some issues can be caused sometimes. So Abbey, in his mind, he's retired in the pits. That's all fine. Actually, as you can see, his car has come back out onto the track. Luckily ghosting. But, I actually don't know what the rules are. I know I should know what the rules are in ERC as I race here as well on Wednesday nights, but I'm not entirely sure what the rules are around retiring in the pits during races. I know in my other leagues it's generally not allowed, and you get a penalty for it, standard penalty. 3 penalty points, but I'm not sure with ERC. Position changes going further down. Minden's suddenly ahead of Dave. Dave's had a moment, hasn't he? With Ascari, and there's another. Is that the car of Abbey still on track? Why is Abbey's car still going round? I hope he ain't going to continue just going around in a ghosted AI car for the rest of the race. It's rather unusual for it to have gone so far round. So Dave's into the pits. He's the first pitter. Is this because he picked up damage? Yep. As you can see, a front wing ready. So the new wing comes on. Tires are on. Hurry up, guys. There we go. Off he goes once more. Shaggy's also into the pits, so he's in the pits from last. So did something happen in between Dave and Shaggy, maybe? Let's get back to our battle in a way. Still between McLaren of Dale and Bish and the Merc. Trying to look down the field. The only other one at the moment is Jeremy's on the back of Minden. So we have a battle there too. Right, let's go to that one because he seems significantly closer. That set to 1 yellow is Abbey's car still driving around the track. This thing's not going to retire, is it? It's the exact reason in other leagues we have this rule of not being allowed to retire in the pits because the game does silly things like this. Actually retired my only retirement in the season in one of my other leagues. Was it Baku when another driver retired in the pits? A car came back out onto track and just stopped in the middle of the track, and I just smacked straight into the back of him. Right on turn 3 he stops, right in the middle of the track. So I was not impressed. It's my only retirement this season. I was definitely on for a chance of a podium as well. So it just causes problems. It's not fair on the other drivers. But anyway, that's enough of that. So 6-footer now gets ahead of Bish. In his attempt to get past Bish, Bish has held him off, and now he's under pressure from the other American rookie license. Side by side then, the Merc and the AlphaTauri. Are they going to have enough pace to get past the other Merc as well? Rookie license certainly had a look. They've fallen a long way off of Dale now. Rookie license not pitting. I thought maybe he was going to come into the pits. Sorry, not rookie license, Bish. As rookie license goes to the outside for turn 1, they are fighting. Bish has no intention of just letting his teammate through. He's saying if you want it, you got to earn it. Both have a little moment out of the first chicane. But now, Rookie License does look like he's got that move done. And he has. So into the second chicane. Surely Bish will just... Oh, no, Rookie License has gone over the chicane, so he loses the place to both of them. So both Bish and 6 Footer. Oh, Rookie, you had it done as well. You didn't need to try and brake so late. Never mind. Never mind. Mynden's just gotten past Tiger Matt. So that puts him up into P8 in the Ferrari. Jeremy's right on the back of Tiger Matt as well now. Just to go with this one, see if the Haas can hold off the AlphaTauri. So earlier on I mentioned the Haas were running 10 and 15. If Jeremy was to get this move... Well, no, forget that. At the moment, right now, they're running 9th and 11th. So one of the Haas up 5 places, the other Haas is up 4 places. So as a team, they've made up 9 places so far in this race, which is outstanding. And Ferrari swerving about. Bit careful about doing that, Mind, and it's not really allowed. Swerving about like that, trying to break the toe. And Mindham rides the curb. Oh, real screeching going on there. Tiger Matt is attacking the Ferrari around the outside. On the lead up to the second chicane, he will have the inside, and you'd think he can get this done. Yes, he can. So Tiger Matt gets the Ferrari up into P8, and that allowed Jeremy past the Ferrari as well. So Jeremy's now up into P9 in the AlphaTauri. Fantastic work and fantastic move by Tiger Matt, and great racing from all three to avoid any contact. So easily done when you're following so close together in the wet. Just braking a little bit late, and before you know it, you've lost your wing. So Scary now. They don't look like stopping this fight at all. What's happened there? But Bish has now gotten ahead of 6 Footer and Rookie License again, so he's now the lead Merc in P5, but 5.5 seconds off of the McLaren now. So Jeremy has a go at the Haas into Parabolica, only outside of Parabolica. I think surely the AlphaTauri with its engine will be able to get that done. Again, look at the ducking and weaving down the straight. It's a bit naughty, to be honest. But Jeremy does get the move done, and he moves into P8. Tiger down to P9. Still doing a great job so far. What else we got? Actually, let's go to 6 Footer. He's right on the back of Bish. This is into Lesmos, so I don't know, it's just me, but Bish does seem to be struggling. I know he managed to get back ahead of these two at some point, but we missed. But oh, Mo, what's happened to Mo? McLaren's caught him on track. Takes P1. Mo looks quite slow around Parabolica. It's not into the pits, so it's not damage. It's caused that, but McLaren is taking the lead on the race. Suddenly, last time I looked up at that, the gap was huge, so I don't know if Mo has had a moment. Who was that then? It was... I'm not entirely sure. Somebody had a little moment out of Ascari just running wide, but no real issues. So Dave, having pitted, and the other Ferrari is eating into the gap ahead of him. But it's gap to X is one thing. The gap to the next car ahead is still over 24 seconds. He needs to get that down. It's probably think the pit stop here is around 26-27 seconds. I'm not entirely sure. So I would suggest he probably is close enough to get that one. Hey Jack Williams, sorry, I've only just seen your message, mate. No, I'm not from Plymouth, I'm from Bristol. It's a Bristolian accent, not Plymouthian. But I live in Devon now, so I'm close to where I live, but about 30 miles away, I live in Paynton. Old Torbay. Sunny old Torbay today, it's been bloody hot all day. Let's just go to Curtis, he's right on the back of Mo. So Mo must have some sort of issue. Is it just the tyres giving up? He's not pitting again. Well, I don't think that graphic's right. It says Mo's just done the fastest lap of the race with 1:09. That's impressive. I think it just thinks it lagged or something there a little bit, because that's completely wrong. But Mo clearly, he clearly must have some sort of issue. He's picked up some sort of other damage, undercarriage damage or under tray, whatever it's called, or something like that. I'm not sure. Back to Bish, 6-footer and rookie licence, which remain our closest battle. So look, I mean, Mo's already 2 seconds down on Curtis, so surely there has to be an issue. There's got to be that sort of damage, or his tyres are just giving up. As I said, last night in the 50% race, we were using intermediates, and the tyres did not last like you normally expect the intermediates to do. Quite often you can literally stick a set of some intermediates and do the whole race on them. It was quite evident last night that wasn't possible. To the extent that maybe the two-stop would have been a better strategy around here if the tyres are starting to go off already. And look, Mo's gone from leading the race, he's down to 11 seconds behind. He must have some sort of damage. He's obviously not pitting, so it's not front wing damage, obviously coming in for a new wing, but I can only assume that it's undercarriage or under tray, or whatever they call it, or diffuser or side pod or whatever. These guys continue their race. Actually, if anything, rookies now, the one attacking 6-footer more so than 6-footer attacking Bish. Other than these guys, it's not a lot more going on attacking wise. Tiger Matt's pitted, by the way, so he's dropped now out of the top 10. But should get that back when the others pit, so no real issues there. It's actually promoted his teammate Bird into the top 10 temporarily. I'm actually wondering if something did happen to Tiger Matt, because it's just a pit stop. He's fallen back quite a bit. 25 seconds off of Dave, the car ahead of him. In fact, he's fallen back a long way. As Dale now has a moment of parabolic, he's into the pits. I think these tyres are giving up on them. You know, there's too many people are having issues for me. So Dale's had something happen out of Parabolica. He's damaged his front wing, hence the reason why he's come straight into the pits. Tiger Matt must have had something happen. He's 26 seconds behind Dave, and then another 15 seconds behind the next car. So unless my timings are all messed up, which is possible, very, very possible. Let's get rid of the position change, by the way. away. Tyres, everybody's long intermediates, there's not been any changes there. The only penalty so far is Exos, and it's only 3 seconds. Stop so far. So as you can see, the top 10 yet to stop. So, Minden, not really much point in watching that one, is there? So 6-footer, let's go back to these guys. So now it's the other way around again. Rookie's falling off the back of 6-footer a little bit, and 6-footer is gaining onto the back of Bish again, as Mo Sullivan finally pits off of those tyres. Just go to Mo a second while he's in the pits. It's just a tyre change. They've not changed the front wing, so definitely want nothing on the front wing. He's going to exit the pits in P7 by the looks of it. Just ahead of the Ferrari. He's out the pits now, so yeah, he's actually quite comfortably ahead of the Ferrari of Minden. So for the moment, it's the same old battle. Let's see if Mo Sullivan's pace improves a bit. Now he's got his fresh tyres on. Obviously it means doing an awfully long stint, but seeing what's happening to the guys, I'm starting to think maybe the 2-stop strategy was the better one. But having said that, McLaren and Curtis seem to be doing absolutely fine. And there's Rain continues to fall. I was told prior to the race that it was going to be an intermediate race all the way through. So, see, now it's gone the other way again. So now Rookie's getting closer to the back of 6-footer, whereas Bish is getting away slightly. We've got a sector 1 yellow. That is... Who is that? Is that Jeremy? I think it was either Jeremy or Mo Sullivan in a way. I'm not entirely sure which. It was somebody down there in a way. Oh, hang on. Yeah, no, I'm not sure. It was where those two were in a way. I notice our ERC's Esports Team and Academy have just finished their race against WRL. Just a friendly set up between two leagues that I'm involved with, just to give our guys a little bit of time on track together, a bit of practice, and to help WRL out as well, because they're trying to set up some league versus league races and doing all that sort of thing. So it's to help both leagues. So hopefully the race itself went well. I was quite aware at Boom's Care that ERC was probably a bit quick for WRL, but I'm not entirely sure. They do have a few quick drivers there, so it could have been a close one. Set to 3 yellow this time, and the only car around there was a Ferrari of Dave, so I think something's happened to Dave there. It could just be that he ran a bit wide out of Ascari. No, he looks like he's lost an end plate actually, so I think he's... Yeah, he has. He's lost his left front end plate. You'll see him coming into the pits now, so he has hit a barrier. So Tiger Matt and... Who's that ahead of Tiger Matt? Oh, Tiger Matt's just been lapsed. Okay, but Tiger Matt will get ahead then into P12. Pretty sure. Yeah, Dave's still stationary, so he is going to. Goes now, so into P12 goes Tiger Matt. So Dave makes a second pit stop. Unbelievable so far. So McLaren's still going. He's reached a point now where you can start thinking about your stop. Just approaching the halfway point of the race, so you may well see one or two starting to come in. It's all looking pretty good for McLaren at the moment. When I say for McLaren, I do mean the driver McLaren, not the team McLaren. Just realised that could be a little confusing. He's got a comfortable lead, 11.5 seconds over the Aston Martin of Curtis in P2. It doesn't seem at the moment, in a way, anything that Curtis can sort of do about that lead. So, still 6-footer is sandwiched between the two Mercs, but they have separated out a bit now, all three of them. So 1.5 seconds now between them, each of them. So that battle's sort of quietened down a little bit. Don't know if Rookie might have any thoughts in his mind about maybe trying some sort of undercut. Get a jump on a 6-footer at least. An undercut on Bish might be a bit much, but he might be able to do something about 6-footer. So yellow and set to 1. Oh dear. That's a coming together. It's a Ferrari there, Dave. It's Tiger Matt is. Well, I couldn't see a white car down there, but Tiger Matt is out of the race. He had been on a pretty good race, really. Something had happened to him leading to his first pit stop that's dropped him down the order a bit, but it's a shame to lose Tiger. He's been doing a good job. His teammate at the moment running in P9 is Birdie, so he's doing well. Exo is into the pits. Dave is now retired. That's out of Lesmos 2. On board, he's on the right hand side, and here is a safety car. So finally, at a halfway stage, exactly the right time for pit stops at the 50% point. So we will see anybody who hasn't pitted yet coming in, possibly even see those that already pitted coming in as well, unless they've only just pitted. So Exo might not, but pretty much everybody else may well come in, as suddenly we lose 2 drivers at the halfway stage. So as you can see, McLaren, Curtis, Fish all in. I'd imagine 6-footers following them, and Rookie License and Jeremy. Will Mo come in? That's the only question. No, Mo's going to continue on and take track position. So he's going to get into P3, I think. Yep. Yep, so Curtis and McLaren already out, so Mo moves into P3. Happy to take the track position there. Minden's in, Bird's in. See what Dale does when he comes round. Dale stays out, so he's going to look to take some track position here. He moves up a couple of places to P8. That's just Exo stays out. Okay, so Exo's going to take. You know, I don't think he's going to gain any places off of that. Shaggy. As a lapped car, he's going to be stuck behind everybody, not able to unlap himself. There's one feature I'd be able to choose. It would be cars being under safety car. So frustrating that they can't. There is a way around it that is used in other league. Not a particularly good one in the sense that any cars ahead of him need to drive off circuit to allow him through. And in conditions like this, who's going to particularly want to do that? So I'm just going to take this opportunity while we're under safety car, guys, just to take a quick little break for myself. So I'm just going to go quiet for a bit. I've left you on EXO so you can see him when he catches back up to the back of the pack. Okay. Okay, I'm back. So just waiting for Bird and Exo to catch up to the back of the pack. The pack's only up at the just coming into Ascari, so I don't think we're going to get going this lap. I expect it's going to be the next lap. It probably suits pretty much everybody. Doing one less sort of full pace race lap on the tyres should help everyone really get into the end. I'm interested to find out from Mo what's actually happened to him, because the way he lost time going from having quite a healthy lead to McLaren, just dropping back, and well, before the safety car he was way down. I can only assume that he has sustained some sort of damage to the car. Interesting to find out from him afterwards if that's the case. Let's just have a quick gander on the Discord a second. I'm just going to see if we can find out if the esports team did well. Yeah, finally found it. So yeah, they did win easy, apparently, which was expected. We're in the other league's Discord as well, so let's be a bit naughty and see if they enjoyed it. Okay, so it was one of the WRL guys that won the race though. Winter place. Where's their driver's champion? So fair play, winter place. Congratulations to you. And I confirmed that the actual score was 57-44 to ERC. So overall, ERC did win, but that's a lot closer than was expected. So well done to Willspin Racing League. as well as ERC. Should be coming in now, so let's go to the front. See if Curtis can get any sort of run on McLaren. Looks like they've both gotten away a little bit from Mo. There it is. Oh dear, Dale is off and round. It's before the corner. That's a strange place to have gone off. I'm not too entirely sure what's happened there. Different. At least this safety car has bunched everyone back up. We should have some battles on our hands now. At least I would think. Let's go to this one, which is Minden. Well, it's Minden on the back of Bird, Vex on the back of Minden. What is great tonight to see is the lobby's working absolutely great so far. But I'm not experiencing any problems from my end. I don't know if drivers are. We probably won't find out until after the race for that. But all looks good. Hey, Tanich. No, it's not easy racing 100%, buddy. Not at all. Or commentating on it, mate. Minden, can he get a run on the Haas this time? It's all sort of compacted up, but that's sort of stopping the overtakes as well in a way. I think it may take a little bit for the overtakes to happen as they sort of separate out a little bit. Then we might start seeing some overtakes. See our big gainers. I've had it on stops for a while, so I wanted to see who had stops and who didn't. Regards our biggest gainers, we got Bird then in the Haas is our biggest gainer, up 7 places, 15th to 8th. In a great race. Exo as well started last and is up to P10. Just a shame we lost the other Haas, Tiger Matt. He was having a good race as well. Matt, Jeremy up 5, also doing well. Our biggest loser so far is ERC Shaggy, who's down 6 places. Unfortunately, has been lapped and obviously not allowed to unlap himself under the safety car. As we lose to McLaren. I'm not going to be able to see him, am I? He's lost it out of Ascari. I knew I'd cursed someone when I said earlier on that nobody yet has lost it out of Ascari so far for the whole evening. It was Dale that I cursed saying that. My apologies, Dale. So Dale has lost it, and that has brought out safety car number 2 of the evening. Oh, we were going so well. We did a whole, pretty much half, well, it was half the race really, with no safety cars, and then we have 2 in a matter of 6 laps. Like buses, my mum and dad would have said. Like buses. Just take a moment to say thank you to you guys that are all tuning in, and seeing the sort of numbers have been going up and down throughout, and different people have been tuning in, which is great. So thank you to all of you. The whole story of the race so far really, or of the evening so far really, was it was dry qualifying for Q1 and Q2, then Q3 started on the slicks, but it was raining when we actually came into it, so it was the old whoever gets out first gets the top positions. So despite the fact that Bish had gone fastest in Q1 and Q2, he didn't get out early enough and ended up P9 in Q3. So we had a bit of a topsy-turvy grid, but that's led to a decent start to the race. where Mo Sullivan in the early part was dominant in the Alpine. It's at a really nice gap over McLaren and the Williams, and then all of a sudden seemed to lose his pace altogether and just started dropping back, and we don't know what happened to him. Whether he picked up some sort of side pod damage or under car damage or whatever, diffuser, something must have happened to him, and he suddenly started dropping down. Then we had the safety car, which just bunched us all back up together again. There's not been any real big moments, unfortunately. Not sure what happened to Abbey. He retired in the pits, so not entirely sure what happened to him, what the reason for that was. We've had what was a long battle between Bish, 6-footer, and Rookie License. The three of them sort of attacking each other throughout, and it, yeah, just it just ended up with those three really close together. The other gaps sort of spaced out a bit, but it's got to be said that McLaren, who's in the Williams, has obviously done a great job. I can just say McLaren now, can't I? Because the only McLaren of the race is retired now in Dell, so I don't have to worry about that one anymore. So we're going to go another lap because EXO is just sort of coming up to the back of the field now into Parabolica. So we're going to have this next lap, and we will resume on lap 35 with 19 laps remaining. So Shaggy just pits out the way of everyone and sticks a new set of boots on. I think the only thing that Shaggy can really hope for here to give him any sort of chance would be to catch it back up to the pack, drive around behind them, a safety car in maybe 6 to 7 laps. Might see a sudden rush into the pits from everyone, allowing him to overtake and get back on the lead lap. That's his only chance that something could sort of happen here. But other than that, of course, with ERC's scoring system, finishing P11 is still nice points, and he's penalty free, so I would assume that's nice points for P11 and CRP as well. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see the safety car come in this lap. So, who would your money be on right now? Do you think McLaren's going to keep the lead, hold everybody off in the Williams, or do you think that little bit extra power for Curtis and the Aston be the telling parts? Will Mo Sullivan get the pace back that he had in the early part of the race and be able to take the victory himself? And now Bish has got the gap down in the Merc, perhaps, with that super-powered car. He's favourite. I'm not entirely sure right now. One thing I do know for sure right now is that there's quite a few contenders to driver of the day, which I'll award at the end. So we'll go once more. McLaren has gone. This time he looks like he's caught Curtis a bit, and Mo Sullivan's got a run on Curtis. Let's go on board with Mo Sullivan as he looks to outbrake Curtis into turn 1. He does that, but he's going to run wide. He's going to have to give that place back. So he managed to do it in such a way that he holds on to P3. Doesn't look like Bish has got any sort of run. There has been some sort of incident. I think Minden is round after the first chicane. He is indeed, and we need to catch back up. I can't see. We have a front view. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any damage on the car, and with the field so bunched up, you may have a chance to catch up pretty quickly. So O'Sullivan, unfortunately, outbreaking himself into turn 1. He does seem to have some pace back in the car now. Only he knows what happened on that first stint, why he suddenly seemed so slow. It was like when we used to see the tyres just completely going over the cliff and the guy's being extremely slow. It was like that had happened to him, but he just stayed out anyway. So I'm sure it was something else, but it'd be interesting to find that out from him afterwards. Stick with O'Sullivan, because right now he is the closest to an overtake on the field. So if you go through Lesmos 2, can he get a nice exit? They both seem to get pretty good exits, to be fair. He's using his energy. Curtis also using his energy. So coming to Ascari. Curtis used a lot of curb on the exit of Ascari, which may have hurt his exit a little bit, because cars generally don't like that curb. As there's a yellow, and that's on the... Is it Shaggy? I think it is. Shaggy's had a moment out of Ascari. Don't think there's any damage. So just keep going, Shaggy. Remember, you're picking up points, so just keep it going. O'Sullivan has a look at Curtis once again. It's turn 1, but not close enough on this occasion to have a go. Nice and close. So let's go to rookie license actually. So Bird has gotten up to P7 in the Haas. That'll restart at some point, and rookie's fallen down to P8. So obviously, rookie now trying to get his way back past. And be aware that Haas is going to hold him up, particularly in a straight line. He's desperate to get. Well, he'd be probably desperate to get through Ascari very nicely, but saying to yourself, just have the Ascari of your life here. Come out flying. Did take it very nicely, to be fair, but so did Bird in the Haas. So you see the time coming down. It's now at half a second into Parabolica. Let's go on board. So I think not using any energy here. He's relying on the extra power of that Mercedes. Maybe should have used some energy because he was getting very close. Perhaps he wants Bird to use his energy to make the overtake easier, but Bird isn't falling for it. He's not getting drawn into using his energy. Back to the broadcast cam now, and just unfold. Mo Sullivan's still pretty close to Curtis. It's just, well, it's staying around the second. Actually, 6-footer's just got ahead of Bish. I think that was on the exit of the second chicane. Bish maybe possibly had a little moment, so it's allowed 6-footer to get past him. Still close on the back. It's also like between Saris and Merckx now sandwiched between them. For the whole first half of the race, it was pretty much the opposite way round. An AlphaTauri sandwiched between the two Merckx. That's changed around now. Let's see if the AlphaTauris can work together to get them both up. Let's just go back to rookie license and Bird. Again, not using any energy, just interested. Is Bird? No, he's not. As somebody is... That's Bish has gone across the first chicane. He's going to get passed here, I think, by Jeremy. I can't change it. What's going on? Thank you. And Bish can't do anything about it. So the AlphaTauri up to P4 and P5 having a great race together. 6-footer down one position overall in P4. But Jeremy up 7 from 12th to 5th. And now getting on after his teammate as well. Just not back to rookie license again because they've suddenly... Actually, no, we won't. We'll go to Mo Sullivan. Still on the back of Curtis, but he's closed the gap down again a bit more. As I've said from the start of the race, really, it's really not easy to overtake in these conditions. You've seen a lot of that down the main straight, people swerving about, trying to break the toe. Gotta say, I feel it's been a bit exaggerated a few times throughout the race, but a bit naughty. But you can understand it. It's the only weapon that the car behind's got, really. The DRS here is so powerful that there's not really much point breaking a toe because the DRS would just get you past anyway. But obviously that's not an option today. It does seem like the rain is still coming down exactly the same as it was right at the start of the race. It doesn't look like there's going to be... I mean, I was told earlier on that it was going to be an into-all-race situation, but yeah, it doesn't look like that's going to change at all. Now, Mo Sullivan is right on the back of Curtis, so get through Ascari well, and he does. Curtis seems to get through it pretty well as well. Now it's just get that gap down now. If you can get it down to sort of quarter of a second or something. Into Parabolica. 3 temps. And he's got a decent exit as well. This could be a move. Go on board. Look how difficult it is. You see what I mean. If we had DRS, it'd be flying up to the back of him and going past. But just, as I said, it's just not an option at all. It's so much more difficult. And Rookie is still doing what he can do to try and get past this Haas. He was having an absolutely outstanding race. There was a moment earlier in the race where I mentioned that the two Haas were running in P10 and P15, and Bird was the P15 driver, and he's now up to P7. Really, I think it's the chance for the extra reward of my driver today, maybe, that's pushing him on here. Wants to be my first ever ERC driver of the day. Exo and Germany are pushing for that as well. And you've got to say McLaren is as well, to be fair, out the front. It's gained 3 places and defended on the first 2 both safety cars so far as well. Very well. Has created a gap each time, so he's definitely in with a shout himself as well. He's just not getting past Rookie. He just ain't going to let it happen, is he? That is true. Mercedes power is not helping the way you'd expect it to. Back up. 6-footer. 2 AlphaTauris now are on the back of Mo Sullivan, who's failed so far to get past Curtis, so could end up paying the price for that. I think I'll go to tyres a second. Yeah, I thought so. So Mo's tyres are 5 laps older. Could potentially end up paying a price for that towards the end. It's just amazing me how this Mercedes in a straight line isn't getting past the Haas. I've driven the Haas quite a lot on realistic, and it's always been to me that the straight line power is the problem with the car. Oh, now then. Oh, Birdie just had a little bit of a moment coming out of Parabolica. He saved it very, very well, but unfortunately he's given the place to Rookie License. I didn't see it come up, but Bish has picked up a penalty ahead of this. Presumably 3 seconds. So now the question is, can Rookie just get away from this now? I've got to go to Mo because he's just well, he was just 3 tenths behind when I looked up. It's now 6 tenths behind. One fantastic thing I can say about this race is it's been absolutely brilliant racing. It's just been so clean all the way. Hey Ghost Rider, how did you get on, buddy? In yours? It's not a Red Bull up front, no, it's a Williams up front. It's a McLaren in a Williams. And yes, Floyd, it does look like that. We've got obviously the Williams out front with an Aston following and Alpine in third. That's some podium, innit? Williams, Aston, Alpine. And then they're followed by 2 AlphaTauris. So, if only real life racing would be like that. It'd be awesome. As Mo is having an attack at Curtis. It's all going to be about the exit speed and then a drag race down to the second chicane, but it looks like Mo's finally got him. In his 5 lap older tyres as well. So where's this pace suddenly come from Mo, who led the majority of the first half of the race, and then all of a sudden just fell down the order with no pace left in his car, was refusing to pit, even though it looked like his tyres had just completely gone over the cliff. And all of a sudden, even though his tyres are 5 laps older, he seems to be the one with the pace again. It's remarkable. Oh, we got a... I think that's poor old Shaggy having another moment. And for a chicane. But the point remains the same. Just carry it on, Shaggy. And you're still picking up a nice P11 with CRC, is it CC? What? Hang on, what's it called? Clean race points. CRP. That's what I'm trying to say. Well done, Ghost. Try to finish P4 on yours. Yeah, well, he spent most of the first half of the race in P2, mate, and then, as I say, Mo Sullivan was leading the way quite comfortably, and then all of a sudden just dropped down and became really slow. McLaren took the lead, actually got an 11.5 second lead out at one point before a safety car came out and ruined that. So he's had 2 safety cars that he's had to defend from and has done so. He's doing a really, really great job. The 2 Alpha Tauris are fighting now. Is there going to be a team order thing going on? They've had a great race. 6-footer's actually down a position from where he started. He started P3, but he still had a very good race. And Jeremy's up 12 places. 7 places from 12th. So obviously having a very good race as well. It's very hard for me at the moment. I really haven't decided. We've got 9 laps for me to decide who the driver of the day is going to be, and I've got at least 4 drivers in contention at the moment, and I can't separate them. Mo Sullivan is bringing that gap to McLaren down, so we could have a fight for the win in the later stages. Potentially Ghost Rider, yeah, but Bird's had a great race, Exo's had a great race, Jeremy has had a great race. It may depend on what happens with the 2 leaders. If Mo, because at the moment it does look like Mo's catching him. So if Mo does catch him and get past him, that will probably mean I'll give it to one of the other 2 guys. McLaren's definitely in with a shout. And that gap drops just under 1 second now. So, doesn't look like there's going to be any AlphaTauri team orders. So let us... We just got Exo actually on the back of Bird a second, and then I'll switch to Mo Sullivan after. And Rookie License has gotten away from Bird, and he's also closed... Oh no, he hasn't managed to close the gap yet to Bish. The gap's pretty much identical to what it was when he got past Bird. So at the moment, Bish wouldn't drop anything due to a penalty. Which the Exo does have a penalty. Right, I'm going to move now to the front 2, because Mo is right on the back now. So, I wonder if at any point in the next, I don't know, 10, 20 years we might, well, let's say 10 years, that we might actually see an Alpine and a Williams fighting for victory in a race. How awesome would that be? France against England. Mo, as you can see, is right on the back now. It's all going to be... I suspect it's largely going to be about getting a really good exit from Ascari. As you can see, the drag gains you about 2 tenths down into Parabolica. Let's just right on board a second, see if he's got any sort of gain. He is gaining slightly. I think he's going to run out of tarmac on this occasion. Go side by side into turn 1. They all this little touch on between the front right and rear left tyres. Nothing to really shout about, but it has just meant that Mo's back's out. Could actually come under attack himself and Curtis, potentially. No. Further down, by the way, Exo has gotten past Bird, and Bird's fallen 4 seconds behind him. I don't know if Bird's maybe had a little moment, a wander off track or something. It's, I mean, clearly it's not just Mo which has been catching McLaren, that Curtis clearly is. So I wonder if McLaren's starting to have the same problem. That yellow flag, unfortunately, Shaggy. And he's done the front wing in this time. He's lost the front right end plate, so he will be into the pit. He could well be exiting the pits into the battle for the first top 3 positions. Actually, it's going to be quite close, actually. Is he on his way yet? No, he's not. They're going to go past easily then. Seems to be held there for a while. Yeah, definitely, Floyd. It's anyone in the top 5's all got a chance here. It does appear to me that maybe 6-footer should. Well, do you agree? I think 6-footer should actually cede the place to Jeremy, because Jeremy seems to have the better pace. In fact, let's go to them, because Jeremy has got a run on him. They've gone side by side into the second chicane. Your teammates, guys. And 6-footer comes out ahead once more. But surely the best idea is to cede the place to your teammate there. It's a run on Ito. I think Jeremy had a little bit of an oversteering moment out of Lesmos 2, which may prevent him having a look into Ascari. Through Ascari. Both drivers look like they've got good exits there, to be fair. Drag should bring 6-footers, say it's worth about 2 tenths this drag down the straight. It's basically a quarter of a second he just got then. He's run a bit wide though in Parabolica. I think that's probably just cost him a couple of attempts, which would probably be the difference. He needs to make a move. A 6-footer got any energy? Nowhere near as much. And now he's got the inside, so surely side by side, but has the inside into turn 1. 6-footer not giving up on it. We're going to have a drag race to the second chicane. Looks like Jeremy's going to take it this time. Might have a word with his teammate after, but look now, they're now 3 seconds off of Curtis. That's what the two of them fighting has done. It's dropped them right back. But it does look like Jeremy has that move done now. Just have a quick look, see if 6-footer gets back to him out of Lesmos. He's run a bit wide, 6-footer, so I'd suggest he probably won't. He ran wide in the first Lesmos, and this is the thing, look. So not only have they dropped back from the cars ahead, but Bish is now right on the back of 6-footer as well. Although Jeremy is absolutely eating into the gap ahead. He's already got it down to 2.2, 2.3. So let's just go then back to Mo, and we're still trying to take that win. Curtis has dropped back a bit, so he's now 2 seconds down. What a great finale to the race we are having. It's 3 laps to go. Penalties wise, Bish's penalties are 5 seconds. I assume that he must have sped into the pit lane. I didn't see that come up, but Bish is 5 seconds, Exo's 3. So as it stands right now, Bish would lose a place to rookie license. Careful about the gap to Exo as well. Oh no, he doesn't, because Exo's got 3 seconds, so that should be comfortable. Then Mo, surely. Oh, As McLaren, oh, that's right, I had a red X on his name then, but that was, luckily that was my end lagging, he hadn't lost connection. Surely, the McLaren is defending very, very well though. He's where he positions his car. And he's going to get a better Scary here, so this is going to see Mo drop right away back to 8 tenths. Half tenths. 9 tenths. So McLaren energy's pretty similar between the two. Yeah, Scary just hurt Mo a little bit there. I've just got one. We'll stick with this for now, but there is a battle a bit further down. The Ferrari of Mindon's got onto the back of Bird. Meanwhile, Jeremy's already within a second of Curtis. Curtis just seems to be struggling a little bit at the moment. Go down to Mindon and Bird. Mindon makes the move on the straight, goes around the outside. Has it done way before we get to the turn. Way before. And so takes P9 off of Bird. Who, despite that, is now running P10. He still had a fantastic race. So, fair play to him. But Jeremy Bird is free. I'd say out of the top guys right now, Jeremy looks the fastest. He's not going to have a... well, in fact, a miracle really. He's not really going to have enough time to be able to take the win. Might be able to get himself onto the podium. As on my screen, Curtis runs wide, but on yours it doesn't. As I lag slightly again. So now Jeremy looks like he might have a run on Curtis. Curtis tries to break the toe. Now he remains in a straight line. Where is Jeremy going to go? He's going to go to the outside. He may look for a switch back out of turn 2. And what's the exit like? It actually looked like Curtis maybe got a slightly better exit there. Look at the power of the Alpha Tower. He's going to get a run on the outside into the second chicane. Don't ruin it, guys. Don't ruin it. Right, side by side, but it's all pretty fair. And Jeremy does get the move done. Fantastic. So he consolidates the move into Lesmos 1 and 2. But Curtis may well get a run here. Oh, he's had a moment out of Lesmos 2. And now 6-footer's going to get a run on him. But once he comes out of the toe look, he suddenly just went the same speed. He's going to get a good exit here. It's, let's stick with this a second because he's mighty close. Actually, let's go to the leaders because they were side by side. Going into the final straight, it's going to be a drag race to the line. Mo Sullivan's taken it. He's taken it on the line. Oh, hang on. We've got a timing glitch, guys. It's suddenly saying that McLaren's 32 seconds off. Okay, that'll have to be watched back. But it did look to me like the overtake was made before they crossed the line. So, but that's going to need to be watched back. So, as it stands right now, it's showing Mo Sullivan P1, McLaren P2, Jeremy P3, Curtis P4, did hold off 6-footer in the end for 4th. Rookie license P6, Bisham P7, Exos finished P8, Mindham P9, Bird 10, and Shaggy will finish the race in P11. Fair play to him for carrying on. And the game gives the driver of the day to Jeremy. I think the end of the race is probably going to confirm. I think I'm going to say he's my driver of the day as well. He's up 9 places, P12, to take a podium right at the death. But I honestly cannot confirm who the winner of that Grand Prix was. I'm not 100% sure. It's going to need... The admins are going to have to look back at that and make a decision, because they were literally nip and tuck over the line. There was also a bit of a glitch on the fastest lap, by the way. It said Mo Sullivan did a lap of 109.1, which would be a miracle in a dry, let alone... That's clearly not the fastest lap of the race. The problem is he generally could have, so that may affect the fastest lap point as to where that should go. But if we go to the next fastest, it looks like it'd be Rookie License, actually. We did a 130.851, so I think Rookie License will probably get the extra point, the fastest lap. Only 2 drivers with penalties this evening, which was Bish and Exo. Everybody else was clean. The race itself was outstanding, very clean race. Fortunately, Dale, Dave, Tiger Matt, Abby, and All Gold didn't finish the race, which was a shame, but a great race nonetheless. I was quite thankful of the safety cars, if I'm honest, because we were starting to get a bit out with nothing really happening, so luckily the safety car came at a good time. End of that race was absolutely outstanding, so I don't know which one of you won, so congratulations in a way to which were Mo Sullivan, McLaren, to you guys on the podiums, but congratulations to everybody who finished the race, because that was difficult. It's hard enough in the dry, let alone doing 53 laps in wet conditions, so massive congratulations to all of you that finished. In a way, that was my first ERC stream. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did, or you guys do when you watch it back and stuff. Try my best. It is a long old stint, the old 100%er, I must admit, especially when it's wet. But no, thanks to the guys to the admin guys for letting me do it, and so I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in throughout the race. Thank you to everybody that watches it back. So yeah, just big thank yous all round, really, and I hope to do more of it in the future. But yeah, great race, and see you again soon. Is Sunday. I'm still getting used to maybe some esports stuff going on before that. I know we're definitely racing Sunday, so that'll be streamed as well, so please tune in for that, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you very much, and bye.